Hi, I am Schyler Church. I am a California real estate broker, but I'm also a sales manager at Accredited real estate schools. And I've been there for a long time now, for a few years. And so what we're here to do is to kind of give you some information on before you decide to get a career in real estate. Because this is a government license that you will be obtaining, there are certain things that you do need to qualify. And so here's Accredited's information if you are interested in obtaining a license. But there are some potential causes of a license denial that you do need to be aware of. So before deciding to invest in your education, applying to the Bureau, and on your exam preparation, I would say go through this and make sure it seems like it is a valid option and a viable way maybe of getting this license. And so the Bureau has posted this information online. So this is general public information, but just know when we're going through any of this that anything is a possibility. These are just guidelines. They don't follow it to a T. They might say stuff they're not going to reject that they don't have listed. So it's a really big gray area. So it's sometimes always worth a shot to go and get a license if you're really interested and apt to get a career in real estate going. So just know this is just general guidelines. So because this is a government license, there is a background check that will be done. You'll be doing live scan fingerprinting, so they'll be rolling your fingers, and so everything will be on file. So anything that could be in your history, the Bureau of Real Estate probably will find because they cross-reference multiple databases. So you just need to be aware that anything you may have, they might find it, so you need to disclose anything you might have. If it was 30 years ago, disclose it because the Bureau will find something. They're really good at that. So just know because government license, the government will check you. So, but if your application is denied, any application fees you send in, the exam, the license, any of that is non-refundable. That's why we want to make sure before you decide to go in this career that this probably is a viable option. So what we have, they just deny for various reasons. So, failure to disclose pending criminal accusations, charges, convictions, disciplinary actions by the government, that's a big red flag. Conviction of a felony and or misdemeanor that is substantially related to real estate license type activities, administrative action taken by the state or federal government, a determination that the facts of a particular case warrant denial because they were too severe. So they basically say anything's a possibility for getting denied. So just know that and disclose everything. Here are the most common disqualifying convictions that the Bureau have posted and published to the public. Of course, this is not all-inclusive. This is just basically the most common ones. So even if yours aren't on there, probably might still be a part of this. So, murder, that's a big one. If you murdered someone, probably not going to get a real estate license. So just know that. Other ones that come into be like perjury, fraud, forgery, theft, criminal conspiracy, embezzlement, because you're dealing with money, and then also basically just crimes, tax evasion, that's a big one. So there's so many different types of disqualifying. So take a look and peruse this. It's also on the Bureau's website called Avoiding Your License Denial or Potential Causes of a License Denial. So look online and see that. Call the Bureau and see what they say on it. Then again, the people who do make the final decision whether or not you are one person who would be eligible to get a license, you cannot talk to them. So the people that are the ones, they can tell you from their experience what they've seen be approved, what they haven't. Just me being at a real estate school, I've seen crazy things get approved and then really minimal things that basically was an impediment and they were not able to get a license. So just know, I would call, see what it's about. And if it was years and years and years ago, the time span from when you're applying to get a license and when it occurred, that also comes into play. So there's a lot of variable factors, and that's why this is a huge gray area. And there's no real final like saying this is what's going to get approved, this isn't. It's kind of just on a subject to subject basis. We don't really know. The Bureau, the ones who approve it, they do, but you can't talk to them. So, okay, another thing to know that is kind of a random thing is because this is a government license, they take child support very, very seriously. And if you are backdated, you are allowed to get a real estate license, but it's only valid for 150 days. So it's a temporary license, and then you have to basically get up to date on your child support payments to be able to continue practicing with a real estate license. So that's also a big thing. Some people are like, whoa, why do they care? It's a government license, they do care about this. So just know, if you're being behind in child support, that's also a really big thing to know before opting to go into a career in real estate. So basically, overall, just know to disclose every single thing you may have had in the time that you were born to now, because the Bureau wants to know, because they're issuing you this license. So, however, if you are denied for some reason, there are always grounds to challenge it. It can get kind of costly though, but if you're really wanting to get a license, there are ways to challenge a denial if that does occur. And so, but just so you know, I am not the Bureau, as again, I am a broker who's worked at a real estate school for a long time. So this is just general information for you as a consumer, maybe deciding to go into real estate. If you want complete, accurate, and up-to-date information, always contact the Bureau of Real Estate. Here's their information. They're the ones who actually are the ones that decide this stuff. So give them a call if you have any questions on it. This is just general information. I'm Schyler, and click below for more information.